Welcome, thanks for joining. It's an early morning practice for me. The sun won't be up for another hour or so. I'm experimenting with wearing some headphones while I practice. The headphones have a microphone attached, and I'm going to see if that works for this recording. The hat I'm wearing tends to help keep the headphones on. Hopefully this works. Let's give it a try. Please find a comfortable standing position. Take a moment to feel the texture of your mat. Feel the temperature of your mat, the soles of your feet. You might consider stepping feet together if that feels good. Explore distribution of weight through the soles of the feet. Press down through centers of heels. Bases of big toes, bases of little toes. And take a few deep breaths. With your next inhalation, let's reach hands out and up, lift chin, hands meet overhead. With exhalation, hands descend, heart rises to meet thumbs. Again, anchor down through centers of heels. And spread toes. Release hands to sides. With next inhalation, reach hands out, reach hands up. And with exhalation, hands descend. Heart lifts, low belly draws towards spine. Side bodies towards center. Belly becomes very firm. Breath no longer expanding into abdominal cavity. Breath stays confined to the space within the ribs. Moving all the way into the shoulders. Bring arms wide. Point fingers upward, hands press outward like pressing opposite walls farther away. And spread toes, press down through centers of heels. Maybe find similar action as centers of heels press down and heels of palms press outward. Let's point fingers downward, bring thumbs to palms. Gently grip thumbs, knuckles now point downward. Wrists reach a little farther out. Arms may even descend slightly, staying parallel to the mat. A couple more deep breaths all the way into the shoulders. Belly still firm enough to preclude expansion of breath into abdominal cavity. Breath expands into shoulder blades. All the way out to where the shoulder blades meet the arms of the shoulder joint. Let's release that grip, point fingers out, turn palms face up. Next inhalation, reach for the sky, look toward thumbs. And with another exhalation, hands together at heart. A few deep breaths, freely expanding all the way into the belly with each inhalation. And maybe you can also feel breath expanding into backs of lungs, shoulder blades. Let's release hands to sides. With next inhalation, reach out, reach up. As hands meet overhead, we can interlace fingers, point index fingers upward, biceps draw closer to ears. Lift heart. Press down through centers of heels. Draw belly towards spine. Very gentle back bend. Maybe try looking back a little farther. And with next inhalation, shoulders above hips, chin returns to neutral. With exhalation, hands together at heart. At end of exhalation, hands at sides, arms long. Next inhalation, reach out, reach up, reach for the sky. And with next exhalation, slowly fold forward, bend knees as we start to descend. With another inhalation, half forward fold. Comfortable bend at the knees. Just a little bend at the knees. Take some pressure out of the low back. A couple more deep breaths here. Gently lift chin, look toward front of mat. Spread toes wide. With exhalation, fold forward completely. Hands take hold opposite elbows, gently squeeze. And press down through heels. Release, grip with hands, arms dangle. Keep or deepen bend at knees. Next inhalation, reach for the sky as you rise to stand. Hands meet overhead, look toward thumbs. With exhalation, hands together at heart. Release hands to sides. Take a deep breath. And as you're ready, let's step toward front of mat if you're not there already. Moving to warrior two next. We're going to keep right foot forward, step left foot back. It can be a series of steps. Maybe heel toeing that back foot back a little farther. Toes of right foot point straight ahead. Right knee over right heel. Arms rise parallel to mat. Head turns, looking over right middle finger. And spread toes. Press down through heels, bases of big toes, bases of little toes. And as we look out over that right middle finger, maybe left middle finger reaches back just a little farther. Right middle finger reaches a little farther forward. Bring hands to hips, lengthen right leg. Turn feet parallel, so we're now facing toward left side of mat. And we might look at the feet as we find foundation here. Step heels out a little farther, so now toes are angled inward slightly. With inhalation, lift your heart. With exhalation, slowly fold forward. Press down through feet as we begin folding forward. A little lift at the chin. Long flat back as we descend. And eventually we might let the crown of the head dangle for a moment. Press down through all four corners of both feet. Gently lift arches. A couple of deep breaths. Keep pressing down through feet. With next inhalation, slowly rise. And as you come back upright, let's return to warrior two. Turn toes of right foot forward. Toes of left foot still angled in slightly. Deep bend at right knee. Arms rise parallel to mat. Head turns, looking over right middle finger. Now we might rest right forearm on right thigh. Take left hand skyward, side angle. We might get to extended side angle. Reach that left arm forward. Palm faces downward. Press down through left heel. Left big toe, left little toe. Next inhalation, pull yourself back up. Warrior two, press down firmly through that right foot as arms return to parallel with the mat. And let's take hands to hips again. Lengthen right leg. Turn feet parallel. Step heels out a little farther. Option if you'd like to take hands behind back, interlace fingers. Otherwise, hands might stay on hips. Inhaling, lift heart. Exhaling slowly, begin folding forward. Strong, active feet press downward as torso slowly descends. couple more deep breaths. All four corners of both feet press downward, arches lift. Keep pressing down through feet. Next inhalation, slowly rise back up. Feet still pressing down as torso rises. After you've come all the way up, with hands on hips, heel toes, step or jump feet together. And let's come to the front of the mat again. Warrior two on side two. This time we'll keep left foot forward, step right foot back. Maybe a series of steps, maybe heel toe. Find that stance that's right for today. Maybe left knee is directly above left heel. Arms rise, hands reach. Feet anchor. Head turns, looking over left middle finger this time. Right middle finger reaches back just a little farther. Left forward. Spread toes. Bring hands to hips, lengthen left leg. Turn feet parallel. Heels step out a little farther. Inhale, lift heart. Exhale, slowly fold. Keep pressing firmly down through the feet. With inhalation, slowly rise. Back to warrior two. Side angle. Forearm to thigh. Right hand reaches for the sky. Head may turn, looking toward right thumb. And the feet are exploring contact with the mat. Distribution of weight. Extended side angle. Firmly pressing down through feet, reach that right hand back up. Warrior two. Hands to hips once again. Lengthen left leg. Feet parallel. Heels step out a little farther. You might take hands behind back, interlacing fingers. Other little finger on top this time. Inhaling, lift heart. As you exhale, slowly fold forward. Feet anchor downward. Next inhalation, slowly rise back up. Untangle fingers, hands at hips. Heel toes, step or jump feet together. And let's come back to the front of the mat if we're not there already. You might step feet all the way together. Hands at sides. Next inhalation, chair pose. Just a couple of breaths here. Toes may rise and spread wide. Press down through heels. Take another deep inhalation, and as you exhale, fold forward. With another inhalation, half forward fold. As you exhale, lower to hands and knees. And let's have a few breaths through cat and cow. After this next exhalation, let's come to a neutral spine. Lift low belly, draw side bodies towards center. With inhalation, step left foot back, lift left leg up, maybe parallel to mat. You can point the toes of the left foot back, try to touch the wall behind you. Press firmly down through that left hand, reach right hand forward. And we're looking straight down at the point beneath the nose. Top of head reaching forward, toes reaching back, fingertips reaching forward, low belly lifting, face softening, relaxed jaw. Take another deep breath. And with exhalation, slowly, right hand and left knee find mat again. Let's go to side two. With inhalation, step that right foot back, lift right leg parallel to mat. Right hand presses down, left reaches forward. Long reach back through toes, forward through fingertips. Active core, low belly lifting, side bodies firming, like tightening a belt around your waist. Another deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly come back down. Child's pose. With another inhalation, let's come back to a tabletop shape. And from here, we'll come to stand on the knees. Hips above knees, shoulders above hips. Bring hands to low back, fingertips pointing downward. Knees right about hip distance apart. Elbows try drawing closer together, encouraging shoulder blades toward back of heart, lifting heart. We can lift chin. Very gentle back bend. Focus on lifting through the heart, broadening the collarbones. And it doesn't matter how far back we look. Maybe just looking directly or generally upward. Take another deep breath. And with another inhalation, shoulders above hips, chin returns to neutral. Set your hands back down on your mat. And from here, let's walk the knees a few inches back, one at a time, until the knees are several inches behind the hips. And then the shoulders more or less above the wrists. Let's slowly come all the way down. Elbows may graze side ribs as torso descends. And eventually, arms at sides after you've come all the way down. Rest on chin. Locust pose next. With inhalation, head, heart, feet, and legs all hover, rising up off the mat. Lifting through backs of thighs. Lifting through back of heart. Eyes may look toward the point between the eyebrows. Take another deep inhalation here. And as you exhale, slowly come back down. You can turn head to look toward right side. Maybe folding hands under face like a pillow feels good. Otherwise, arms can stay back along your sides. As we take a few deep breaths here, see if we can soften through the low back. Let the breath be even bigger right there. Let's come back to center. Resting on chin, bring hands under shoulders. Cobra pose next. Let's bring feet all the way together. Tops of feet press down, kneecaps lift up off the mat as tops of feet press down into the mat. Hands may hover up off the mat or stay on the mat for support. With inhalation, lift through the back of your heart. Shoulder blades toward back of heart. Tops of feet still pressing firmly down. Eyes between eyebrows. Another inhalation. And as you exhale, slowly descend. Hands under shoulders. Let's make our way. Let's turn to look left. Maybe arms back along sides, maybe hands under face. A few deep breaths into low back. As you're ready, let's come back to center, resting on chin, bring hands under shoulders, and let's make our way to downward facing dog again. And keep elbows close to side ribs as we slowly roll up onto the knees. And with hands just in front of the point beneath the shoulders, we can tuck toes, maybe get a nice stretch across the soles of the feet. And eventually lift hips. Maybe pedal the feet out. And maybe keep some bend at the knees to keep the low back supple. And take a few more deep breaths here. Bases of thumbs and index fingers press down firmly. Shoulders roll out away from the ears. Low belly lifts towards spine. Upper thighs reach back just a little farther. Heels press down a little more actively. One more deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to slowly come down to the knees and then transition onto our backs. After you've come all the way down, take a few deep breaths. And please bend your knees, and let's draw knees towards shoulders, hands at upper shins. Hands can gently pull, encourage knees closer to shoulders. Thighs go out around the ribs. Wiggle toes. Draw circles with your feet. Release hands, set feet down. Let's go to bridge pose next. Arms long at sides. Heels under knees. With inhalation, feet press down, hips rise. And we can gently tuck the chin toward clavicular notch where the collarbones meet, and simultaneously press down through back of skull, shoulder blades toward back of heart. And spread toes and press down through heels. Low belly toward spine, side bodies toward center. Take another deep breath. And as you're ready, with another exhalation, slowly roll down. After you've come all the way down, we can hug knees toward shoulders again. Maybe lift chin, hide chin in clavicular notch. Set skull down, set feet down. Feet a little wider than hips, arms wide like a T shape. Windshield wipers. With exhalation, legs lower toward left side, head turns right. Each inhalation, leg closer to center, rises first, other leg follows. Head returns to center. Next exhalation, legs lower the other way, head turns the opposite direction. And continue moving with breath. I'll take a few more cycles of breath here. Shoulders relaxing. After the next time, knees rise up from the right side and you're back at center. Pause for a moment. And when you're ready, we can hug knees towards shoulders once again. Lift skull, tuck chin. Come back down. And we'll go to Shavasana next. Arms at sides, legs long, palms facing up. We'll take a moment to make any adjustments. Walking shoulder blades toward the back of the heart. And pressing heels a little farther forward, reaching hands a little farther out. Maybe just a little wider than the shoulders. Maybe turning head side to side, releasing any tension at the neck or the shoulders. And gradually settle further in. We'll rest here for about 5 minutes. bring focus back to your breath. And begin wiggling fingers and toes. And you might stretch arms wide, reach arms long. Take a few more deep breaths. As you feel ready, we can roll toward the right side. Maybe pause there for a few more breaths. And gradually, eventually, rise to a comfortable seat. With hands together at heart. Sternum presses into thumbs. Breath expands into shoulder blades. The light within me sees the light within you and recognizes the source of our light to be the same. Namaste.